is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to another stream, another morning stream. We haven't done these in a while. I guess we can do some A-login stuff, go through some shit that's been going on. Boy, stuff that's been going on. Boy, this probably will not be a long stream, as I don't really plan to. Hurricane Pyro, good morning. Sup? Hello, JF Content Enjoy. Sup. We guess we could go through some Ruby stuff. Because I've had since recently. Sorry. I've been up for a little bit. But the stream I wanted to cover from the good old rooster that caught my interest just a little bit. I think it'd be worth covering. Besides that, NV Girl. Good morning, NV Girl. How you doing? Good morning, y'all. Good morning, NV Girl. Probably should spread the word that I'm streaming right now. I guess if you guys want to. Hello, hail, and the legend Hurricane. oh boy, it's gonna be a fun stream. I can tell. Not a long stream, maybe not. Discovering some Ruby stuff because I think this is just good in general to cover this stuff more and more often. I guess we can probably if we wanted to do other things as well. There's a Universal Joan post that I said I would cover eventually, and I think it's high time for me to cover it now. Give me a second. I'm trying to post my live Roopster. The Roopster. Let's get to the Roopster stuff. Or should we do the Universal Jones stuff? Because either way, I know that the Universal Jones stuff is long. I'm trying to remember where it is. It was one of the big ones he made was about weaponizing, apologizing. I know the Universal Joan actually sent it to me prior to his releasing of it. I did hear that he was Universal Joan did use AI to help write it, which I don't really care. I'm not really a writer. Okay, here it is. So this is the post. I'm not really a writer, right? I'm not the most advanced writer. I'm not whatever. And I think a lot of us aren't, but I think it's still worth reading through, even though maybe it would be easier for me to use an AI to summarize everything. But I also do believe that it is important to, I think it is important for at least somebody to help break this stuff. It is it is 100% AI. But I think it is important for somebody who's stupid enough to just kind of go through it and just break it down one by one. You know what I mean? I think that's important enough to go through and break it down one by one. But that and I'm trying to fill in more time. But I also do want to Give me a second. Let me grab my energy drink. I've been up for way longer than I need to be up, so I'm gonna probably have an energy drink now. I have this Ghost energy drink that may or may not bring me down. What the hell? That is like no sugar, but it's like, I think I can live with that. I can live with no sugar. Was it no sugar? Yeah, 0 sugar per can. So let's get through it anyway. Boyd concept of apologize as a narrative weapon. In the ecosystem known as the Boyd bottom of YouTube, an apology rarely functions the way people assume it should. In everyday life, apologies are supposed to represent accountability, remorse, and the beginning of repair. They are meant to acknowledge the harm and create space for change. Yet, any update on Jeremy P.E.D. So his what now? That's the first I'm hearing. I haven't really caught up too much with Jeremy's stuff lately. If that's something that's let me look into that actually, because I know the last time Jeremy streamed was right at a Vixie stream, which was like what 2 days ago. I don't see Radio Foreman anywhere here. So let me see. Radio Foreman. Let me see if anything he posted. No, the last time he posted was like he only posted like what, like 2 days ago. So, and that was just the storm, and that was right after the iVixie stuff. That was a nice stream. But we're not really here to talk about that. That's about it. That's all I know about. Yet within acknowledging voice space, apology often serve a complete different purpose. They become narrative tools rather than closing conflict that manage it. They manage it? What? Instead of signaling transformation, they stabilize the storyline so the same pattern of behavior can continue without disruption. In this environment, the apology is less about ethics, it's more about narrative control. I mean, this is sort of true, and I think this is more. I think this is clearly going at Ruby, who is notorious for apologizing a lot often in the voice section, some extent even the dorps sometimes. I mean, in real life, apologies are meant to. My lights are on. Apologies in real life are meant to, at least in theory, close off the wounds, right? But the scars never leave. And that's something you have to remember when you apologize to somebody. There's a difference between apologizing and then apologizing when you have meaning behind it. But when you have meaning behind an apology, it's an actual, trying to actually change. Apology without change is different with apology of account. You could take accountability of what you did wrong, but never learn to really change. And I get to that question, is that still accountability and taking responsibility, but nothing changed? Or is that just apology with nothing behind it besides, well, I take accountability of what I did, but I'm still going to do it again. So is that even Universal Jones should apologize for writing this boring essay? To be fair, most essays are boring. And if you ever read like psychology essays, they're not really that. A lot of them are very boring. I mean, we have read what is it? Give me a sec. We have read essays in the past in the channel, so, and a lot of them are interesting. I mean, Ruby used to have essays. I want to see if Ruby still has a blog up for her essay stuff. Let's see if it's still around. I guess we can see if that still is still. Yeah, Ruby. Yeah, Ruby SpaceX. I'm still last time see. The last post he made was like August 8th. It was around the time where I stopped streaming for a while. So yeah, because August 8th, with around midway through August, I stopped. That's when I needed to take a hiatus. But yeah, even Ruby writes. I mean, I've thought about writing. I mean, I do write in my own personal life, and I've thought about putting them in a blog like setting. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, and maybe down the line I'll write like a book or like a compilation of my writings, and then go from there. Boy community operates in an attention-driven environment where conflict fuels engagement. A live stream panel call out culture, clip receipts. Functional alliances create a continuous cycle of accusing and response. When an incident threatens someone's reputation or position within the ecosystem, an apology can appear at the natural next step. However, the apology frequently serves as a strategic move to reset the conversation rather than the resolve the underlying issue. The language of remorse becomes a way to manage pressure from viewers, claim allies, calm allies, and prevent reputation collapse. In this sense, apology and boy are often a form of narrative maintenance, a way to keep social machinery running. Essentially, what he's saying is to keep the machine, to keep the gear running. Even though I think like the problem with that is you can do an apology tour. What I've been told is that Ruby has been doing an apology tour, but the problem is it's like, okay, well, you can apologize all you want, but all you're doing is shifting it, or you're trying to control certain people that that are always going to have your back. Basically, you're just apologizing to. It sounds like not even that, because we've seen this before. We've seen this before, not simply with like we've seen this before with other streamers in real life. And I feel like if Jones really wanted to hit this, I think referencing other streamers like Asmon Gold or other like streamers who have caught themselves in some type of drama. I mean, like PewDiePie is a good example of stuff like this, or other streamers outside of Boy. And I think if he uses that as a reference, I think that would help what he's trying to get across. And I think a lot of the time people don't realize that these streamers, though they apologize to the majority, they're only really signaling to the minority, if you know what I'm trying to get at. One of the most common features of these apologies is they avoid direct responsibility. They sound sincere on the surface, but carefully shift the focus away from the original behavior instead of acknowledging specific harm. The apology may refer vaguely to miscommunication, things getting out of hand, or people misunderstanding my intention. This rhetoric moves transform the situation from an act of wrongdoing into a misunderstanding between parties. This results in a softening narrative where the incident becomes a moment of drama rather than a moment of accountability. Which is always the thing about in these sectors. It's always about the drama and never about the accountability when something does blow up. And we've seen this before. We've seen this before with a number of streamers outside of its community. Heck, we've seen this. If you ever pay attention to the LCU does it a lot where they apologize, but it's not sincere. It's a very surface level. But it's really more for showmanship. It's really more to just say they're apologizing, but they're not really apologizing. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth, right? That's just the truth in the end, that you're apologizing for the sake of it. Let's move on. Another function of Boy apology is coalition management. In these spaces, individuals rarely operate alone. They are surrounded by supporter, moderator, panel allies, and the audience faction who defend or attack on their behalf. An apology gives these supporters a script they can repeat. They already apologize, or everyone makes mistakes. Once this script enters circulation, it becomes a tool of social enforcement. Anyone who continues discussing the original issue can be framed as unreasonable, dating. I think I said that one. Obsessed. The apology does not erase the conflict. It shifts the social rules around talking about it. Yeah, we've seen that, but also at the same time, it's like not always the case. I get the whole coalition management, but the problem is in this sector, who's aligning with them? Who is an ally to who, right? Like, am I an ally to Deadman? Not really. Me and him work by ourselves. We operate on ourselves. But Deadman may work with Ruby, right, to some extent. I wouldn't really call it a coalition or an alliance. I would call it more of a business partner, right, where there's a very thin outline, a very thin rule of the alliances, but it's more like first moment he gets, he'll say something or attack it. But just like real life, like alliances or coalition, you got to be willing to call out something, right? The apology also acts as a mechanism for resetting the content cycle. Boyd drive on momentum. Streamer, commenters, audience all depend on the constant flow of attention. A scandal that escalates too far can threaten that flow by destabilizing relationship or damaging credibility. The apology provides the midpoint in the narrative arc. It allowed the community to acknowledge that something happens while simultaneously moving the conversation forward. Once the apology is delivered, the expectation becomes that everyone should move on, even if nothing of substantial has changed. Can't speak right now. I mean, yeah, it is true. We've seen this before, where the content cycle has it needs to continue. There's no stop. There's no pause, right? Because if there is a pause or to the end, then that can literally collapse everything. Holy shit, this is fucking big. But, I'm reading this anyway. This pattern creates what we may call the Boyd apology cycle. A conflict erupts, receives circulate, public pressure build, an apology appears, the narrative resets. Then gradually the same behavior reappears under slightly different circumstances, becomes the apology, has already established the moment of supposed accountability. The cycle can begin again without fully confronting the original problem. In this way, the apology becomes part of the machinery that sustains the ecosystem. Essentially, that no matter what, the oil has to continue to keep the machine working for the ecosystem to function. Importantly, this dramatic is not unique to Boyd. Dynamic is not unique to Boyd. Similar patterns appears in political commentary, corporate crisis management, and public relation strategies where apologies are crafted to protect reputation rather than acknowledge wrongdoing. What makes Boyd different is the speed and visibility of the process. Apologies happen live in real time in front of an audience. You archive, clip, and reinterpret every moment. The resultant highly theatrical form of reconciliation. Wow, I cannot speak today. Holy shit, I need sleep. Where the performance of apology can matter more than the substance behind it. Understanding apology as a narrative weapon does not mean that all apologies in Boyd are insincere. Genuine remorse and personal change can occur. However, the structure of the ecosystem often incites apology that serves the narrative survival rather than ethical repairs. When attention is currency and conflict is content, even humanity can become. Wow, I really cannot read this. Holy shit, I am losing brain cells. Sorry, I can't read right now. I cannot pronounce words today. I barely got any sleep. Can become a strategic move. In that environment, the apology stops being the end of the story. Instead, it becomes another chapter in an ongoing struggle for control over the narrative. Essentially, the apologies are meant to control the story, to shift and create opinion among people, especially if you're trying to, the larger majority are really the more vocal minority, right? That vocal minority who are going to defend you, who are going to call you out. You're trying to control that because the majority of people do not care, right? The majority of people are here to watch the shit show, and that's it, right? And what I mean by that is like the vocal minority are the people that go through panel to panel, stream to stream. These are the same people who are going to watch X streamer who is friend with this streamer, who's friend with this streamer, who are in these coalitions, and that's really what it is. So let's move on to the Ruby stuff, because that's what we want.
2 minutes late. 2 minutes. 2 minutes late. There's literally an entire 12 seconds go by where it says I'm live, and I know I'm not, though.
Oh, Ruby.
That's why I'm like mid-sentence, FYI. But yes. I was about to sign on. I got a text from my coworker to see if I could do a double tomorrow. And I said yes, because I've had a bit too much energy. We'll get into it. But let me get into these earrings and a cigarette. And just I haven't done my hair yet, just naturally dried. Hi. Oh, Ashes, shut the up, bitch. Bitch. All I see is beauty around me everywhere. It's a beautiful day. I love it. You good? You always on time? I mean, I try to be communicative if I am running late, just because I know what it's like when you want to watch something and you're like, are they even coming? It's just a matter of like knowing. You just want to know, like, is this happening? Is this going to be in hours into the future or date? I do think it's nice to just include chat. Hi, Ice Dancer. What is up? What is up? Welcome. Burgess Otto. Yes. Apologies. I have been taking a break. I mean, everyone has been suggesting I do that for a very long time. So anyway, let's pace around, and I have work though in half an hour. I think I just said yes to every shift, and it's a lot.
Would kissing Ruby be kissing an ashtray? The guy who would kiss women who smoke. Surprisingly not. Surprisingly not. I know that sounds weird, but no. As someone who has kissed plenty of women who smoke, and who is a smoker, or at least I used to be a smoker. I used to be quite the smoker. No.
I guess. So it's made it fairly easy to just stay busy and not think about things online. I watched some of iVixie did a stream about my whole controversy recently. I thought she did a good job. I always think she's like a pretty fair person. I know she has like a pro Ruby, someone I enjoy interacting with.
Yeah, pro Ruby.
But I never want people to feel like they have to sweep for me when I fuck up, because I actually do want to learn and grow from it.
I think the problem with the sweeping part in case of Ruby, it's like, well, kind of not. I mean, like, like, I don't know. The problem in the case of Ruby is like, well, because you're closer to your audience than most people are, you kind of do want them to sweep for you, and we've seen that, especially the way you talk, the way you act, and the way you say, how you're that whole thing with TK daughter, right? We're gonna get into it more because it gets funny.
That's what I've been trying to do, and not just because of any singular event. It's just been like, I don't know. I've been feeling a lot of weird, intense spiritual energy,
intense spirit,
or mania and psychosis, and that's what we're going to talk about. But I'm keeping a healthy level of suspicion.
I watched that on Spud.
But I have just been reading and reading a lot, and I've also been fasting. I haven't eaten. What was yesterday? Yesterday I had court and then work as well. Court obviously went well. And I'm at a point of just wanting to let go of the whole situation.
This shit made me dying laughing. So I was watching this in the car. All right, I was in my car working, and I watched it, and I heard her say these words like, "I'm gonna let it drop," and I'm like, "Are you retarded?" I literally was in this moment. I was 100% convinced that Ruby is literally retarded. Like, after everything that Dorps had put you through, are you fucking retarded? I in this moment, I'm like, you are setting yourself up for so much failure.
And I forgive them for their actions, and I hope they can forgive me for my reactions.
I forgave them for my actions, so that no, they're not going to forgive you for your reaction. That is, oh my god, you're such an idiot, such a tard. I'm going to first off, given like if I went through that in real life, I would never forgive anyone. I am sorry, but I would not forgive them at all. If I went through that in real life, I would never forgive them. I would never let it go. I would never let it be. I would never let it slide. Call me jaded. Call me whatever. But like, I'm not stupid. You would have to be. Why are these people like this?
My own bad behavior, and we can all just grow and heal from this.
That's
own bad dream. I'm not gonna be naive, but that's the fucking dream, baby.
I mean, that is naive. First off, it's naive to drop the court case when you're in the middle of probably winning this. Your mom probably not happy your mom probably isn't even happy the fact that you're doing something stupid like this. I'm not sure if she corrected herself or she changed it. Because I know she had a stream after this. But resentment is like drinking a shot glass, poison every day and expecting the other person to die. But resentment is like drinking a shot glass. But no. No, I'm sorry. Do I have resentment? Yes, I do. I have resentment towards a lot of things. But also, I'm not stupid enough to let things go or slide. I don't do that. Call me jaded, call me bitter, call me cynical. I don't let shit like unless it's like if it's something retarded and small, sure, fine. But if it's something major like, getting chased all around my city, I'm never gonna let that go. It just never will.
Not to be like reconnected or anything, but just like, it just feels better to not be in hate. It's better to be in love than in hate. Everyone is in hate with each other. It's Lent season 2.
You sound like a Sith Lord in Star Wars. I do sound like a Sith Lord. Embrace the hate. Well, the thing is, you don't need to hate the person. You don't need to hate the person to keep the energy going. But also, you don't have to love them. You can just be indifferent to them. Like in reality, like when it's coming to the dwarves, I'm just indifferent. I don't really like the dwarves, but I don't dislike them. I'm just very indifferent. I don't really care, bar from just making content and them not fucking with my life. But they never did because I'm what you call a separating business from my private life, right?
So it's extra heavy. That's what I've been feeling, and like, I pray for stuff like this, and then now it's freaking me out. And
Pray for what? I'm sorry, but I would have just gone through the court thing, caught the restraining order, gone longer. Now the dwarves are just like it's like the dwarves knew you were going to do this, and they're gonna pounce. Unless your whole game is to let them think you're gonna drop the whole court case so they can fuck it up. What's it? If that is the case, 10 out of 10, smart move. If that isn't the case, you're just really stupid.
I don't know. I've been all over the place, but I did some cleaning and I just put my laundry in, and oops, I hate allergies. I actually, so far, I haven't had any crazy allergies happening to me. You're dreamy and a nightmare. That kind of is. So here's another theory that mashes together spirituality and mental illness: is that people who are like severely like bipolar or personality disorder to have some kind of like thing that they mega struggle with.
Let's be honest, Ruby and the Dwarves allow a lot of similar chain to review their content post clip. Not all boy streamers are allowed that stuff. That's true. That's fair.
It's because the veil between the dimensions is thinner for them, so they're experiencing the both ends of it, and it puts them in a precarious position.
I kind of see what she's kind of getting, that like maybe like your psychosis or your mental problem and your spirituality are kind of connected. I kind of get that. I think that you could be one or the other, while the two being related.
How old are you? I'm 36. 36. 26, bitch. We gonna fix. Stay young, skinny, rich, bitch. 1, 2, 3 pounds. 311, 8. Sorry, don't worry. I'm not going this psychotic.
She's going crazy.
But yeah, I'm functioning. Obviously, I'm even going to work on time. Turns out that I have been investing way too much of my energy and focus, because sometimes it feels benign if you're like watching something or on YouTube. I have no like work-life boundaries because this is just my hobby that I enjoy doing at the end of the day.
It's back to being a hobby.
I think time is of essence in healing. Slow steps. Yeah, that's the I've kind of come to terms with that because I get frustrated and confused. Like I was at work yesterday, and I love my
look
job.
at that. Look at that. I love this.
So blessed. I get like a free education, and reading the Saints has just opened up this beautiful world for me that I didn't know existed. It's just.
I mean, you can read about the Saints all you want, but if you're not taking their lessons to heart and what they went through, then are you really learning?
On looks maxing scale, I'd give you 11/10, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that because
my phone is going off.
I did just do my hair and makeup. Or actually, no, I didn't do my hair yet. But I dyed it, I actually got dressed up today. I was planning on going to mass, actually. There was one at 5 and then one at 5:30 I was looking at. And then I got this. I'm not really good at keeping track of things. And I just got this little tugging at my mind like, oh, I think I said yes to covering every shift this week. I hope that's not true. And then I looked at the text and it wasn't true.
Really?
So slow steps, even master goes up. Yeah, I'm just trying to do that. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been genuinely just reading and reflecting a lot. And
is Borgers really seriously there, or is he just trolling? Yeah, that's him. No, that's 100% him. Anyone here in the chat? Shh, let it be.
only assuming like religious content, and then that's presented another issue I see where the internet is built for mass psychosis the way it's operating right now, like 1000%. So there's all these videos that are just like, oh, straight to the vein of a psychotic. That's like, if you see this video on your timeline, you are chosen to be a special anointed one. And like some weird ego inflation, narcissism, weirdo shit.
Takes one to know one, right, Ruby? Takes one to know one. Personally, I really don't care for those videos. Maybe it sounds weird, but to me, like, those videos help people out. Like, I can't lie, it's just helped me before when I needed it the most. I feel like just downplaying them and shit talking, it's like, well, even if they, well, so he kind of explains it here.
That is a distortion, you know? Thank you, Dan. That's very kind. And I hope you find what you're looking for. Thank you, Oz. On here in your channel. Yeah, and I'm so like, not good at like talking about whatever.
It makes you that it's like an algorithm system. Like, even if it is an algorithm system, it's still by chance. You still have to go through the video. You still have to go through all this stuff for those videos to even pop up. Whether you believe in luck, chance, or destiny, right? We don't know how true those things are in the end of the day. Things still happen. Black swan events still happen in our life. Miracles do happen. You know, yeah, the whole like, oh, you're a chosen one. Like, yeah, are they ridiculous? Yeah, but at the same time, those stuff help people more than you can imagine. And I really wouldn't call it narcissistic because it takes one to know one, right, Ruby? Right, Rooster? Right. I mean, to be fair, Denitsky, Ruby has a cult of her own. I mean, I was calling it out, especially when Gamer was like her enforcer, her you know, her chief priest, her high priest of autism. You are what you hate in the end, right?
I don't know. Just the things I watch online and the impression that puts on me, or
also, I don't think the internet currently is built on this mad psychosis. I don't really believe that. I think the internet is just the internet, and I think it depends on what you watch and what you're looking for. I mean, like, yeah, are like those videos stupid and retarded? Maybe, but if that's what gets you up in the morning, if those videos are what gets you going in the day, gets you going during the hard times, then who cares? I mean, if manifesting is real, also Grace Trolls talk shit on Ruby attack dog, talk crap on Grace. If these dudes met any of these women IRL, they would fanboy up. The hypocrisy ends today, low. Yeah, I mean that is true. I mean, we saw it with like Jeremy, we saw it with TK, right? I mean, D-Dog, we saw it with D-Dog. You know, D-Dog is a good example of somebody who was talking shit about Ruby and literally ended up dating Ruby. Now, I still hold to the belief that his D-Dog dating Ruby was just a way of getting back at Grace. With, you know, Sally, or funny enough, Grace didn't give a shit if D-Dog was dating Ruby at all. I mean, like, Ben literally admits, like, I don't care. This is boring. You're boring. It was the funniest shit ever. You know, they didn't care. They just did not care enough. Let's continue.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about like how I can change Celebrity Sunday to be a little different, not as just toxic, you know, because I kind of just let that go because I'm just like, well, I am toxic, so I may as well just be what I am, you know.
You are what you are in the end of the day.
I know. I just saw a video saying Erica Kirk is Trump's daughter. Yeah, the people. It's so bad. It's genuinely terrifying. Yeah, and Universal Jones has been doing some really interesting essays because I do find the whole space to be very interesting, kind of like zeitgeist or sociological phenomenon where you're seeing the online become more real to people than the real. People feel depersonalized and derealized in real life, and then they feel most themselves online. But
I can't really say anything about dating. Like, okay, first off, I've been with older women. Second off, me and Ruby would be clashing. I could never date someone like Ruby. Just her living style, the way she is, and everything. I just couldn't date her. I mean, I'll be telling her like constantly, like, stop streaming, focus on like your job in real life. Maybe try to get a career out of YouTube. You know, the sitting and like I will be trying to tell Ruby to actually get her life together, rather than like keep wasting it on here. Hell, I would have probably should have told Ruby like you're an idiot for trying to drop the court case. Like I've been very honest about that. No matter what people say about D-Dog, Ruby went with the dude so she liked the most. You gotta respect that. Yeah, I mean, like, what, they dated, they fucked, they did everything. So to me, it's just like, you know, you could say that Ruby has a type, and that type is the misogynist person. Oh, hey, Jeremy, you have a chance.
they fall in love with a distortion of themselves, because you can distort yourself and then get some cheap validation when people, the only true real validation is being loved and understood for who you actually are, not a lie. Why are you nervous?
But I mean, who are you in the end? Like, yeah, you could say that people on the internet distort the truth or distort who they are, but we do that in our real life as it is. You don't need the internet to do that. People do it anyway, regardless of the internet. When I was growing up, a lot of people say, who you date, fuck the one you want to fuck, live a long life, low. I don't know. I've always been split on that argument because I've seen what the results are. In the end of the day, like, if people give you warnings and red flag about an individual, then you got to at least take that into account. But at the same time, you shouldn't let every opinion affect your relationship. I mean, like, look what happened to Ruby. She's still getting stalked by D-Dog.
I just have I'm trying not to cry because I'm just so sick of anytime I turn on the camera crying. But this is just where I'm at, what's been on my mind. That's why I'm not streaming a lot, because I'm just like processing some intense emotions. But I'm fine. I'm going to work. My condition's been improving in terms of like being so weepy. But
oh, Loya,
Ruby was rain. Ruby was innocent. No, oh gosh, I know. I don't even want to keep looping on that because I think it's that chapter. Honestly, I'm grateful for it already as like something that's really caused me to slow down and reflect and like just make sure my priorities and my thoughts are in set, and I'm not like, I don't know. Log Call Radio, guess who I am? I just changed the name on the Scout. That is better than the old name. What do you think? No, wait, I actually don't know. I've been like not seeing all the chats. I have been drinking water. Like I mentioned earlier, I haven't eaten anything in a couple days, except for yesterday. Before I had court, I take my methadone in the morning. So I was like, oh, I don't want to like accidentally throw up or like be nauseous, because that happened once before when I went to court without eating anything. I just like took my 5,000 psychotropic medications and like a bunch of Red Bull and caffeine and blah, blah, blah. Relax, please. I'm trying. So yesterday I had like, that's all I've eaten in a couple of days. And that's a good thing. I'm not saying that as if like, I don't know. I just think it's interesting as something people can do for their health, spiritually and physically, not to like just not eat, but to do intermittent fasting or just every once in a while. I
actually know a good friend of mine. Actually, I know a couple of people that do intermittent fasting that helps lose weight and visible muscle. So the thing is about fasting is like there is sort of rules and what you can do to help maximize your fasting, both for religious and non-religious reasoning. But I think Ruby should probably look into that more, because if anything, she probably is. It's not stalking if she's into the dude. I mean, the problem is after they've broken up and he's been stalking her. But I guess maybe she likes that attention. So I mean, like, look at Matt, So there's that.
I just been reading about it. Seems really good to do. So
Oh, there you go.
my appetite was low anyway, and I was just like, I'm just gonna roll with it. Hey Tony, how's it going?
Yeah, but if you have a low appetite, I don't think it's always the best to be fasting. Mostly because it could actually negatively. I can't even speak today. It can be a net gain. Oh my god! Holy shit! I am fucking tired. It can be a bad process for you just because you have low appetite. It's like, well, I have low appetite, so I start fasting. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. You got to be really careful because you can like a feedback loop.
You got lockjaw? Maybe.
That's only fair.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of tension right now, and but I'm always like jittery and pissed. That's my baseline. And I just had 4 huge Red Bulls and a large Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. So.
Yeah. The problem is when you drink a shit ton of caffeine, she has lockjaw. Yeah, I mean, my jaw's locked a lot. Yeah. Wait, my Pokemon Platinum came in. Oh, I saw that stream earlier. Don't you usually get lockjaw from like tendinitis, whatever you want to call it, whatever the shit's called? But also, like, if you're drinking 4 Red Bull and a Dunkin' coffee, yeah, no wonder you're having low appetite. The acid is literally actually doing damage to your body. Plus, the caffeine is like, I believe, and I know coffee is most of the time. I believe coffee is used as a suppressor for appetites, which is not a good thing. She opened her mouth too wide. Oh yeah. Then I relate to that.
You're beautiful. Thank you. It's fasting season. It helps to slow our minds and impulses out and get in touch with our feels. Yeah. So I'm like kind of just going with the
funny,
whole
like, intense emotions. You drink right now.
Experience. So that's why I've been offline, just for the people who do it. Hi, what's up, dog? I'm doing well. I'm in high spirits. I feel a little shady from the not eating, but
you probably should eat.
I don't think it's anything really serious.
You should probably eat, you idiot. Eating is actually important for your health. What's this coming from a guy who doesn't eat enough? But my point is, Tom Clancy books are on sale. My point is, you should be eating anyway. Like, I feel like the problem with a lot of people when they do shit like this is like if you, eating is important. No matter what, especially for your mental health. I don't think people talk about this a lot, but like your mental health, eating is an important thing, because we are human. But also, another thing is it does reflect on your mental health. What does it say? Your gut health also affects your brain. Yeah. Gotta eat. Because I know when I'm done streaming here, I'm gonna go grab something to eat to keep my body going. Probably gonna grab a Dunkin'. Probably will.
I just got a coconut water. So I was like, I can get through work. I don't know if how long I should keep going, but I was like, I've gotten this far.
Oh, the roots are.
The straight hair. Thank you. This is just my hair when it dries naturally. I know coconut water has like electrolytes, and there's some like chunks of coconut in it, so it's something. I don't know. Howdy. Hi, Sponge. My main account O2 on it. Oh, Gamer, is that you?
Sponge, my boy.
Doing well.
Sponge.
See, you know what they do? You know what people do? They hate us when they have us. Then when everyone's gone, they're like,
oh, bless it, the roots though.
Anyway, so I've been like watching a lot of religious content, but in the mix of that is so much weird narcissism fuel that people eat up. Everyone wants to feel like affirmed and special and seen and find their purpose. And you find a video, it's like the algorithm can feel like, oh, what's happening? Whoa, it's just like, no, it's a fucking calculated algorithm. You're being lied to. And it only leads you astray.
I mean, even if the algorithm, even if you want to keep going with the whole like, well, see, actually, this manifesting video that pops, it's actually a calculated. Is it? even if it is, it shouldn't. It doesn't devalue the importance to you. It shouldn't devalue. God, these people. Like how Ruby's all about this positivity shit, but then when it's coming to this stuff, it's like, yeah, but like you shouldn't ignore that stuff. Maybe it is a sign. Maybe it is something you need. Maybe it is something that is reaching out to you, right? If God can work through anything, why can He not work through an algorithm system, right? Right. We're talking about a being that surpassed the metaphysics, that surpassed any form of physical life. I don't know. If you don't feed your gut good stuff, you run a higher risk of heart and brain disease later in life. Yeah, I think if anything, Ruby's probably suffering from that. Sure, the statement with my Zakaram. Oh shit. I mean, yeah, I think I think that's why when she said she drinks, I don't know how true that is. I'm only going off of like, okay, well, if you drink 4 Red Bulls today, I'm like, well, shit, no wonder why Ruby's fucking crazy. All that caffeine plus all that acid plus whatever else, it's like, well, you're suppressing your diet, you're suppressing your appetite. I mean, if anything, Ruby, if you're gonna do Lent, just do Lent on caffeine. Like, cut back on the caffeine, cut back on the Red Bull, cut back on the Dunkin', drink a cup of coffee or two. Or I know a lot of people, what they do is they drink tea as a way to ease himself off of coffee or just too much caffeine. My friend did that for a while.
I just feel like I've like mentioned it before when I went like a big like religious content binge. Hey, how's it going, Humble King? Shiva, Revolution. That grass finds it real? No, it's a fake thing. Only a couple more months of this apartment, like 2 months, less than 2 months. So it's like, yeah, I need to get my stuff in line. The spiritual world is full of charlatanism for sure, always has been, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what Jesus spoke about the Pharisees. They're specifically warned about this kind of thing, but it's hard to resist. I see why, I mean, that's not to say like that, God can't use the algorithm to show you something. It's just like, I would be very cognizant of that. Hi, Isaac.
That's literally what I said. Well, couldn't God use the algorithm? Like, why even? Oh, God.
Gimmer, they usually show up when you're not around. Oh, let's see the person pretending to be me. Oh, dude. That's been... I already say so much stupid shit. And now the people just pretending to be me, making everything worse, and it just makes me cuckoo. But I was in a IVXC chat, but then I had to close up at work. Is that a light from the sun? It's from the sun. It's like spring. Winter is over. It's been a brutal winter, man.
Yeah.
Night of the soul. Damn. But it's all had a happy ending so far, which is amazing. But we're not happy ending it. Happy, hopeful vibe for the next chapter.
No.
We also show up in Jersey Chat.
Never.
Juan Torres says, "Hey, Ruby, first time catching you live." Oh, hey. Yeah, I've been. I usually stream like most days, but I've been taking a semi hiatus of just like doing a couple pop up phone streams to get people like updated and say what's up, but nothing super substantial because I'm really. I don't know. I just am really affected by.
Meaning that she still likes the attention. She's like, I don't know, because I can't say much because I took a hiatus for like a couple months and only come in like every so often to shit post and see how people are doing. Currently right now, I can't say I'm in a hiatus because I stream like every other day now. So yeah, if you guys want, you can support my Cash App.
What I consume online. And just certain stuff that's going on online feels very demonic. And that scares me. How many you have kids? I have no children, and hopefully I can give myself fully to a higher cause of helping other downtrodden e-hoes or something. I don't know. I'll be happy with just a hamster though.
I mean, I wouldn't. It would. Okay.
That's already plenty. It's more like, yeah, the hamster is amazing. I'm so hyped. I got him a little carrier thing. It's like a hamster shape. I'll show it in a moment. It's 3:31. Okay. What's up? Yehoah Savior? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I've questioned even going live because I'm like, I don't really know what my messaging is right now. Quite frankly, I don't fucking know. So trying to reflect on that. And it's like, I do feel like there's, I don't know, I just don't want to be a gossip. I don't want that to be my main content, is highlighting anyone else's humiliating moments. I don't want to do anything that is hurting anyone ever at any time. And I'm trying to figure out what path that is. Cinnamon is my child, yes. And he's a big boy, honestly. He's gotten really big. I don't want to give him bad body image, but part of the reason I'm fasting is like a way to tell him, like, dude, like, get it together. Electric Girl Savior. No. I am an idiot. Nobody should ever put their trust in any person ever. I know you're joking though, but I'm just thinking about, I don't know. How many tattoos do you have? A lot, too many. But I do want to get at least like some of my shitty like stick and pokes changed. Oh my god. I just got confused because I thought my V tattoo was like on the other side. So get past, yeah, I'm here for the future. But also to learn from the past and, you know.
Is he fast shaming? Yeah.
Kind of weird life experiences. But I mean, life is true for everyone, you know. It's a totally weirdo kind of thing to happen. Yeah, I've become everything I am. I'm just a woo-woo bitch who loves God. I'm a woo-woo bitch. Fuck. I'm sorry, everyone. Where the spirit is free, I've lost everything. Everyone I love is gone. I feel completely alone. Is there still a place for me? Absolutely. Can Jesus really love me? Yes. Can anyone help me find hope and salvation? Yes, 100%. Will you please pray for me? Yes. Dear Heavenly Father, please send your angels to them and give them hope to persevere, because that'll take them very far.
What? It means he's praying, but...
E stands for esoteric e-girl. Electric girl. Esoteric girl. That's pretty funny. I'm trying to like iron out some ideas of things I want to do, and sometimes I like talk an idea out, but it's like I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, and I don't want it to sound like I just talking about things for the sake of talking about things, like but definitely. So for Celebrity Sunday, the church I went to on Sunday, their service is at 4 and my show is at 4:20, so I might have to change the iconic time or wake up earlier. So I don't know. Would you please pray for... Oh, I just did. Hello, mommy. I was watching another channel, though, that I related heavily to. Yeah, I don't need to say everything. Did you guys see... So... This freaked me the fuck out too, because I also think like it's very, people think I'm like, you know, overly reacting to some like online stuff. But when you see these sick, deranged people, they actually do follow through. That woman thought Rihanna was terrorizing her. This is like how D-Dog thinks I'm terrorizing him, or how Matt thinks I'm terrorizing him, or all these people.
Well, first up, no one thinks you're terrorizing D-Dog or Matt. I don't know where this shit's coming from. I mean, if anything, D-Dog literally believed the FBI and CIA and the Marines are after him, which is like, dude, no, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Who goes to Crochet at 420? I don't fucking know. Because I guess he still smokes weed and shit. I don't fucking know. But I mean, like, in the case of D-Dog and all that shit, it's like, D-Dog believes that the military is after him. I'm like, dude, you're not that special. You're not that guy. You need help. Who goes to church at 420? Oh. There is a lot of churches that have sermons throughout the day. A lot of Catholic, a lot of Protestant, a lot of Orthodoxy do have sermons throughout the day or mass. I know some of my local churches, they have mass throughout like multiple times throughout the day. Now, particularly at 420, it's an interesting time, but like, you know, Ruby and her whole like we 420 shit, I don't fucking know. But again, I don't think in the terms of like, oh, the fake church, fake churches, I guess. Don't ask me.
And probably the source himself have these like crazy experiences that I have no idea about. But this woman.
Well, I don't think the Thorpe thing, you're terrorizing them. It's kind of the opposite. In the case of, again, with D-Dog and Matt, we saw the documentary between you. We saw the video of all that shit with Matt and you, and it sounds like more like you. It sounds like more like it was the opposite.
Actually went up and just shot up her house, and there's all this crazy content
Oh,
that she put out prior to it that like has really been a wake-up call to a lot of people about what is the internet is showing us and revealing and manifesting into the real life. Freaky. Bad girl Ruru is done. Bad girl Riri lives on. Hallelujah.
what?
Isn't that scary? And it's like there's a lot of people who ferociously like really don't like me, and that's fair enough. There's plenty of reasons not to like me, but I do struggle sometimes when like people. It's just
She just can't realize that people won't fuck with her because of what she said. Not like they have hate boner for her. They just don't fuck with you. That's I think that's fair. I think that's 100% fair. I mean, I don't really dislike Ruby. All right, but I do think like she should be, I guess, by her own standard, be held accountable.
it becomes a little obsessive almost. Like
Okay.
and even if I like will apologize or try to make a situation right, you know, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, but what are your plot? If she's talking about the shit that happened with King's daughter, well, first off, you had multiple chances to not fuck it up. You made it worse by trying to still justify your point, your talking point with. Sorry, even you couldn't justify what you were trying to say. I couldn't even defend it. I know where she was coming from, but even I was like, I'm not defending that. It's not worth defending. It's not worth dying on the hill because it's retarded. There are, even if you think like, oh well, my point. Well, see, guy, you have to realize that what I'm trying to say is, this particular point, how I'm illustrated. Like, no, what you said is wrong. Even if people understand where you're coming from, you shouldn't try to defend it or try to keep explaining it because you look even more worse than it was. Right? It was equally as bad as TK whole thing and him bringing up the aristocratic joke. I just don't want to hear the cope move on. People don't have to forgive you. You should take the apology down, then walk back the apology on Discord. Did she really walk back? I mean, no shit, she did. I mean, yeah, of course you will walk back the apology when it's convenient, just like Universal Jones said.
But it's totally fine.
Let me drink my water.
Even though
Hey,
my
Killer Tony.
dream is to be loved, accepted, and validated by everyone.
The problem is, Ruby, is that's not how reality works. I've even at a young age realized that people will not like you. People will not love you. People, and not because of any innate hatred towards you. It's just how it is, right? Someone can respect you but not like you. Someone can like you but not respect you. So on and so on and so on. It's almost kind of like you're demanding it is attention seeking at this point. They're like, well, I just want people to love me and like me. It's like, no, you shouldn't. It shouldn't be a dream. My dream in life is to get 8 hours of sleep and wake up on time. That's more reasonable than like I want everybody to like me and love me. Like I've grown up to the point where I don't care as long as the job I'm doing gets done. Like is it easy? Yes. But at the same time, in a professional setting, it can actually be a net negative because you get too friendly, you become too close with people, and then that can spill into a lot more problems down the line, and then people expect you to defend them. It is better to have people have neutral opinion about you than it is anything else.
It's not realistic.
Or at least
not online and not when you are me.
Well, even in real life, because people can
Wow,
fake
now
it.
she's 30? I was born in 1990, okay?
So you're older
I
than
don't
me.
look at the before times. Whatever. I'm just gonna put on a hood anyway.
Let's see,
Yeah,
okay.
So like, what's with all the red? Is this Ruby trying to dress like Scarlet Witch? No, no, actually, so I put on this red dress because this was gonna be my church visual today. Also, this is what I got Cinnamon. It's so cute, and I can just like hold him while he's in here. I love it. So I wanted to go to church, and I'm doing laundry, and I was like, "What can I wear to church?" And I was like, "Oh, I got this dress for like $5 at like a Goodwill. It fits perfectly. It's just like a dress. I'm It's more about the fit and the fact that it's like somewhat presentable. And then this was going to be the jacket to kind of tone it all down. I wasn't going to wear that, obviously. You know, my nicer jacket. This was going to be the church visual. But alas, I forgot I had work.
I mean, that's not a bad outfit. I can't say shit. I don't have morning work. God damn it, TK. I mean, that's not a bad outfit. I think it looks, especially that beige coat. That looks really nice.
Very narcissistic coded, based in truth, because I do have some narcissism for sure.
No,
I think on a subclinical level though, but
a sub what?
I wouldn't fucking know. For the night is dark and full of terror.
I'm pretty sure you have some type of narcissism, but now I am
Feel very
fucking
hungry
LTK. TK, you
Scarlet, I haven't looked into it because I'm really, really sensitive to watching anything that's upsetting on any level right now. I just really don't have it in me. But yeah, she was texting me, really excited to meet up with Ethan Ralph. They met in Chicago. And like at first he was like, oh, it's amazing. Like they both seemed like really happy and hyped about it. They're taking selfies. But I'm seeing, and I don't know what to believe because people lie, spin, whatever. I don't know. And also, like, you know, they could be playing people too by setting up a scenario. Who knows? But it does seem as though there's trouble in paradise. And prayers for both of them. It's the red enchanted compliment.
Probably, Envy.
Get this. What about this look with that wig? That's crazy visual. Good afternoon. Oh, I've been praying for King too because I'm worried about witchcraft. And I don't know. I don't want to judge anyone or hate on anyone or make anyone feel bad. I'm just very expressive and passionate. And this is marijuana. I'm smoking weed because I'm just way too uppity right now. I need to try to get a little more normal for work. What was I gonna say? I don't want to be a witch. No, I rebuke it. You look like Felix Rodriguez. Thank you, but I don't know why. That seems like a mass reposted comment. Ralph's new relationship is like you and the dog. I don't know if someone has already said that. No one has said that because it hasn't come up, but I myself kind of got that energy. And in the
It's kind of funny how she went from being an SAW a couple of days ago, and then now to becoming this again. It is the very nasty repeating cycle. She probably has a humiliation kink. That's why she dated D-Dog. Probably it's sputtered a stream. It's a spud stream. It's catching up. Yeah, same stuff, killer.
worst way possible, unfortunately. I just hope they're both safe and like no one is hurt and
Just coping.
you know, and
probably.
things go bad.
Probably.
It's okay to just separate. You don't have to go on like a revenge and hate campaign. That's only revenge and hate towards your own soul at the end of the day. It's fucking dumb bullshit.
There was no revenge or hate. First off, I don't know why you're saying revenge and hate. Like, what are you trying to imply? It's like words like these make no sense. You got called out for some killer. You're up right now. That's why I literally roll over to grab some milk and put my morning sport talk on now, Sauce Bud, because I'm the best.
He's very sensitive, like woman. He definitely wears his heart on his sleeve, which is dangerous when you're like a online person, a heavily online person who pops off a lot. Like you can't just, you know, I don't know.
I guess that's fair. I hit my leg.
I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. Yeah, court was breezed. It was very validating to have the prosecutor talk about, like, they didn't just nolly the case; they fully vindicated everything, and it was really nice to hear because there's, you know, they're very manipulative people, you know, and I'm not exactly like any kind of like ideal victim for a lawyer to take on because I'm a messy bitch all over the place, you know. But that doesn't mean that laws don't apply or that judges and prosecutors can't be perceptive as to like what's going on, and they really don't like being lied to excessively like that. But
Let me see if she shows her.
you know, I hate what happened. I hate that now forever looking up me, just one more toxic thing to be attached to my name forever that I'm gonna have to live with, and then just the stress it's caused everyone. My mom, you know, who was there, like it's not something I want to repeat ever. You know. What happened in court? Are the dorks officially in contempt? No, the contempt of court thing, I don't think that went through. That was like a whole separate thing. This was for the breach of peace. And the case was nullied, and it's on the official record, you know, that they had lied to the police, and that, you know, they had just shown part of the video that preceding it. They were intentionally looking for me and my family as we were out, and they lied about the whole situation. And that just gave more context to understand my reaction. It doesn't justify it whatsoever, you know, and I'm very fortunate.
She's complaining about the whole court situation about her restraining order with the Dorbs. Apparently, she said early on the stream that she's planning to drop the court case completely, which is the most retarded thing ever, because she wants to live in peace and love. She wants to forgive it. She's so fucking retarded. I don't. You wasted all this fucking money. Sorry, phone's ringing. You wasted all this fucking money. You wasted your time. How retarded are you? Oh yeah, no, King should. I don't know why people think King somebody who, I mean, well, King is like what, an hour or two behind. Projecting she has revenge and hate in her heart. That's why she said that to King. Probably. I mean, yeah, but that's only natural. People have hate. If you have love, you have hate. It's part of a passion. Same thing with revenge. Okay, it doesn't matter what doesn't matter if they are. If you have a nice lawyer and they have no lawyer, 99% of the time, it will go in favor of the person with a lawyer. But I do support Ruby kicking Grace's ass. I mean, it was good content. I mean, it was okay content for a while, but it's like, you know, I'm surprised you're up now, King. I'm just because someone follows you doesn't mean you can attack them. Yeah, there's ways, unless they physically attack you or unless they physically threaten you. That's only when you should be able to attack, but like, oof. It's internal, but the Dorb attacked and stalked her. They stalked her, but they didn't attack her. I like people who are like it on the site, motherfucker. See, I love talking about the Dorb. They let them go scot-free. Exactly. And does she does the restraining order? Does she have a restraining order against D-Dog? I mean, no, but she can. But that's the problem. She won't. It's the problem with all of this. It's like, okay, you went through all this shit, you went through all the money, you went through all this shit, and then you're gonna drop the restraining order because you want to be in your peace era. Like, are you retarded? It's retarded. It's so fucking retarded.
Can you speak on the RO thing?
Okay, here we go.
That is, I forget how long. It's a 6-month RO. I forgot when it went into place, but that's not forever. And these people are pathologically self-destructive and outwardly destructive. So I would probably feel better to have that extended. But that's, I don't know. My lawyer's aware of that. There's certain, like, if anyone has clips that show any kind of like violation, I guess. But I really don't care what they're saying as long as they're not plotting to come fuck with me or my family members. That's it. You know. Truly.
But then why even drop it? Why would you even say in the beginning? Because even if you can reinforce it down the line later, the court's going to be like, well, why didn't you proceed from the beginning? Why did you drop it originally? It's so fucking retarded. Does she? No, she doesn't. How a lawyer can flip it around and make it about the person and not got attacked is wild. Yeah, but sometimes people need to get their ass kicked. Doesn't mean it's legal. True. I'm back. Hello, Steve. TK, bro. I have a feeling that it's not what happened in court. I couldn't see Envy message post, had to switch the account. I had a feeling that was TK. She's asking for a clip of her name being mentioned. Imagine needing the government to tell you not to talk to somebody. Low King. It's probably cost a lot more money. That's why she dropped it. If you can easily sink 5K into the lawyer WK. Yeah, but it's like if you really sink 5K into 50K into it, just continue, just end it in your favor, where you can, you know, they never have, you know, legally they can't talk about you. It's just retarded that you wasted that much money. She lost low, so now she wants Grace back, even if it's fighting again. Yeah, but that's even pathetic. Like the Low thing, yeah, you can say what you want about Low. You got to give her props for standing on her principles, but at the same time, whether or not she was Ruby true friend, I don't fucking know. And that whole situation, you know, talking about it and looking at it, it's a little weird. But I'm not here to like judge on it. I'm not here to really like, I guess in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I think it's just funny. It's just funny. Her lawyer is very happy this whole Grace Ruby thing is going on. Yeah, yeah. He bought a second house. I mean, with the amount of money, yeah, they sank. He probably could. Low would have done that to Ruby. Yeah, like Ruby had a legal to dream team that OJ would have been proud of. It was easy to flip for fighting them. They were stalking her for two wrong, don't make a right, but that's the case to prove she felt in danger. Bro, I'm laying on the belly with my feet in the air. I gotta get milk. Be right back. What? Low is a good person, but how many Low fans Ruby losing? Not enough to care. Yeah, but it's not. It's not. The thing is, Seven. Are you king? Yes, yeah, that's king. Envy. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like it's not about the Low fans, the Ruby fans. They're both losing. It's about their friendship. To them, it's about their friendship. It's not about the audience. So, you know, I guess it's not Low is low energy. That's how I see it. King is fucking his mattress again. Probably Montero. Low is low energy. That's how I see it. I don't think it's about the audience or the fans. It's about them losing or Ruby losing Low. It's more about that than the audience. True, so I prefer low. I don't worry about that. Don't worry. I prefer low IQ Low. True, and it would have been a good court case if Grace and Ben got off their ass and actually pretended to be the lawyer they wanted to be. I mean, like everyone, how much the whole Destiny shit happened and that went nowhere. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. But the problem is, somebody could correct me if somebody here is more proficient in that field. The problem is about it is like even if they could rectify it, or the problem is like, yeah, they'll be at it again. Lala will be thrown into the mix. Someone else will be thrown into the mix because they're fucking idiots. They want that. They want that sweet Ruby. I mean, the sweet Grace loving. Let's be honest. If Lo was really Ruby friend, she wouldn't break the friendship at an online mistake. The type of content Ruby make puts her in the toxic kitchen. I think that's a fair thing. I think that's actually fair. I think that's 100% fair. I think that's fair. But that's why you don't make friends on the internet. You make business partners. You make content buddies. You don't make actual friends. I think they learned their lesson. I mean, probably won't. King, stay out of my DMs. Elder King. Now you owe me $20, King. If only Ruby actually got pregnant, she had a content baby. I would feel bad for that baby because people would be trying to call CPS on her. I would actually feel really bad. They barely talk. Did she ever talk to Ro at the Ruvalo? No, they did actually a few times. I don't get why they gotta make it all violent. They can just goof on each other all the time. The problem is that's just who they are. That's who they are as people. They're self-destructing people. Like I said it before, and I'm probably gonna say it again now, and actually it may change how I'm gonna say it. Ruby and Grace would be better off if they're never on the internet. Like if they really wanted to get this stuff clean and they needed somebody like that, they are the worst people for that. You know, like you would need somebody that is like down to earth and not on the internet all the time. Low gaming, clean Ruby house. That is true. That is 100% true.
Yeah. And it's nice to not, have to worry. I'm already a very sensitive, kind of jumpy person. Then adding that element, it have like an emotional toll.
I know, right, Killer Tony? I know.
But I'm going to continue not covering them. I'm going to continue. Oh, man. So yesterday I was in Ivixie's chat. Hey, what's up, Professor? And I saw Tommy King in there, and it seemed like, we are on whatever terms. Like, it seemed like, he accepted my apology, and I think he was apologetic for something.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna play some music. Here we go. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my
Lolicon Lahabai. What the fuck? It's that Spud is letting us into something personal right now. No, I want to hear P me suck. It's like my head. I said a long time ago, Ruby and Gray should have had a net neutral person manage them, someone like Keemstar, but a good content creator. Yeah, but they're idiots and never going to hit that like button like Ben hit Gray's. Whoa.
My memory shot. So all of a sudden I'm like, I don't.
Yes.
I really struggle to say.
Yes.
Like I don't really. But I really do need to have some kind of boundaries so that I'm not around people who I'm having such constant conflict with. Like I get from a content point of view why that's entertaining, but it's not worth the toll. But I think I'm just gonna at least like unban them in chat, but maybe extended break for any kind of like panel interaction. I think people are over it. Yeah. I'm not even super concerned about that because I know that your life speaks louder than your words, and I've laid basically my whole life out on the internet, and people can come to their own conclusions, about if this is like a repeat thing I do. Is this something I'm genuinely making an effort to change? Was this something that was taken out of context and blown out of proportion? Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't really have any hard feelings about it. If anything, it was just a good chance for me to take like more of a break and step back. Ruby Space, I quit smoking last month.
But for how long?
No, but that's something obviously on my mind. I haven't drank since the incident. I don't know how long that's been, like a week and a half or something. Not any like super amount of time, but that obviously does not help my discretion with words, which are on the permanent record forever, and also impact the people they're spoken unto. Tommy and Jeremy are both watching right now. Hi. Well, I'm sending happy thoughts. I still am like very sensitive right now, but I wish them well. And underwriting, you were still based for standing your ground in front of your mom. I know you don't like talking about the whole thing though. I mean, there was no decision process that happened,
And it says completely 100 self-serving. Yeah.
The best thing you can do.
Yeah, no, but like, no, I'm sober. You talking about Ruby? Yeah, no.
Anything else is a waste of your.
See, Foreman blocked me because I told him to try to fall in love with a woman that treat him well. I mean, you should. You should find a woman that treats you well. That's the goal of any relationship, man or female.
Precious.
Grace and Ben were pranking her, now stalking her. Stalking is more fearful experience, more than like what Ruby choosing, man. Dude, whole shit.
And I know
Look,
this is obvious to many, but I'm but a fool, so it takes me some time.
I mean, yes, you are retarded. We
See,
have,
wearing this hat today.
we're going full A-logging on Roopster for a while, guys.
Well, my hair does look like I don't feel the need to wear a hat. I actually don't want to look that negative.
I will be
now.
covering Ruby now. I'm
I'm gonna put
officially
on
will
a
be.
sweater and a
I'm
hat.
officially Ruby A-logger for the time being until. But Grace treat Jeremy how he deserves to be treated, like dog shit. I mean, I guess so. Look. At the end of the day, it's like, hell yeah, good. I mean, like at Dancing in the Sunset, you know, date whoever you want, fall. I mean, I guess you could say an extension or adding on to, you know, date whoever you want, fall in love with whoever you want. But in the end, it's like, you know, at some point, at the guy or a girl, you gotta wake up and realize, like, is it really worth? Is it really worth it? And maybe you can say Jeremy is doing it because it's content and people can rail on him for you know, months and years. But at some point, you know, when do you realize it's just pathetic? Like to Grace, he just sees you as, you know, Grace doesn't even see you as a human at the time. I mean, she treats Lalo better than you. You know, at least Lalo gets to sleep next to her. You know, you can at least say that Lalo gets to, you know, touch her ass and everything. Whatever. And I'm not really trying to be an asshole to Jeremy, but it's like, you know, it's the truth. Jeremy knows he deserved punishment. Ben and Grace didn't stalk Ruby. Both sides should have de-escalated when shit went too far. But that's never going to happen, right? Because on one end, you have Grace chat that supports it, and they're so driven by the content, driven by the excitement of the content that they were never going to de-escalate it. And Ruby, not any better, not from her chat, but who she is as a person and kind of wants that attention, wants that to be a victim. So, you know, it creates its environment in the end.
Totally.
So, oh, the Roopster.
I'm getting used to my new phone case. Sorry, Joe.
But it probably doesn't help that Ruby like live streams her life almost 24/7. So there's that. Gracie knows she can overpower Lalo, I guess. I mean, probably. Ben and Grace knew where she lived. The only time they went there was during the breakup. And now we have less good content. Yeah.
Traumatic for you guys. That's exactly how I broke my shoulder. It was something just like that. Except I was.
I'm the victim, of boy. Yeah, I hit me, girl.
It is kind of chilly. So
Who isn't a victim here?
Ruby, no one thinks you were wrong. You have to accept that. I'm not even. It's not really about others' opinions. I'm really just trying to figure out for myself what I believe. That's why I wanted some space and silence from it. And like, and it's not even about that thing. Like, I've been just feeling kind of intense for a while. And on top of that, I am working like every day this week and like doubles. So I'm not like trying to like hide away from like that situation. I just feel I just need like some silence to kind of sort through things myself. And like, I don't know. I think Jeremy could find a girl. It seemed like that one girl Quantum liked him. Did you see that? I saw her. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen a little of them interacting. And yeah, I do think yeah, if you actually, you know, anyone is capable of like change. Like, who knows?
Yeah, anyone's capable of change, but is trying to be consistent during the change. You know what I mean? And we have less. I'm the victim. Now I have to watch Dead Mineral clips. Yeah, that's true. Ruby had her family engage him at the bar. Otherwise, Ruby would have zero involvement in that visit. That is true. That is very true. Because they were in New Haven, I believe, or they were in that general area. And so Ruby did admit, and I'm pretty sure that stream is taken down now. So even if the evidence is there, it's taken down, which is an issue with Ruby in general. Is like, but it makes me really think that she is trying to do her best to be the victim. Because if you take down streams that are very damning or shows, you know, the opposite of what people are saying, you really are trying to be the victim here rather than taking accountability. But, you know, good to know people out there who log this stuff. So, you know, there's that.
Too much. Oh my god, this is so. Oh my god, I'm such a cartoon. Yes, dressing in the colors of love. I guess whatever. Also, if you wear that to like wear anything that accidentally is associated with like Dalmatian dogs, you'll take it as your message. Even though he had it totally shut up, so I don't even want to actually mention that situation. He's silent, so I respect that, and I wish him well for himself. There's a lot of very sick, confused people.
I don't know how people are fucking Ruby. Yeah,
And you're looking at him, baby. King is like repellent. I actually think of all the people in this sector, he's the least repellent, like of people who panel up. I don't know if I want to say that, but it depends. Yeah, it depends. Like he's like, you know, super intoxicated. It might not be as coherent. But I hope he turns the light just in case. And times I don't think it is.
I don't. That's a little wild. Drink straight from the bottle. I can never do that. I can never drink from the bottle. She claimed that they knew he worked there, but she didn't recognize him, and the joke was bar name was Rudy.
But
I think I remember that situation.
Whether it's AI, whether it's biblical, who knows? Oh, nice red leaning dress up today. Thank you. Yeah, I was planning on going to church, but I forgot I worked there. I guess I don't need a hat. I'm gonna bring a hat though, just for backup. I have to fucking switch over my laundry.
Siblings.
How do I do this? Alright, see my sunglasses. Church is Sunday. Yeah, it often is on Sunday, but it's often on other days, especially during like the Lent season. So I don't know, I felt like I wanted to go to one, and I got up and like showered and cleaned up a bit. And thank God I didn't know I was working, because if I knew I had work, I would have been like, oh, I need to conserve my precious energy. I'm so tired. Like I need to just like.
I wouldn't really say I love Ruby or dislike Ruby or like Ruby. At this point, I'm just trying to fill in the time. Plus, I didn't just want to do a whole stream reading Universal Jones essay. I mean, at this point, I'm more of an A-logger or somebody who is reacting to her streams. Because, you know, there's probably people here who wants more of that in the sector. Just score free breakfast sandwich cost the cashier loves me at the local gas station. Let's fucking go.
Sit here and do nothing like for hours, so I can work for 4 hours. All right, yeah, tonight's gonna be a breeze. What's up, Ricky?
Maybe I really do a weird type of one.
You know, the big one is gonna be different, but change is good. Change is the only constant. So it's just best to get with it. Wednesday is often another Thursday for most nominations. Yeah, and usually I'm off Wednesday, so I was like, oh, finally I can go to this. Good thing I just randomly remembered that I have to work. And we'll see how long the fast lasts. Oh, I forgot my cold water. Okay. That's it. You were very funny. Thank you, Shiva. I'm fairly, I'm a silly bitch.
Okay.
I'm so sad that I destroy everything I touch because I ruined my St. John of the Cross book, fell apart, and like 2 other books because I was just had them all in my bag. So like no attention span, like jump from thing to thing. Like this is all in my bed. It makes no sense, bitch. Or at least a good guideline for me is like try to create order from the disorder. That's it. That's what we're doing. On any kind of a little level is fine. And don't smoke weed. It's not the answer, but I'm not strong enough to say no. Your landlord will miss you. I mean, I don't know. I've always paid up, you know, sometimes or maybe often late, but all right, let me go get that. All right, these 2 packs of cigarettes and plenty. Vape pen. All right. Oh, let's blow out this candle.
Ruby can't read,
Let's just not
probably.
talk about that guy. So he doesn't. Yeah. I really do hope, like, there's been so much spin-off insanity from, like, the Thorpe collab. I could have never dreamed of how insane things could get, but I really do hope that chapter is just behind in all ways. I mean, I don't want to make any grand statement. It's a hope, not a promise, okay? It's hard to, I just never, but the thing is, it's like the, you know, demons, part of how they get you is they distract you and get you to, you know, point your heart in the wrong direction. And
I like how I always enjoy how he has to bring up demons and demonic stuff on TKT. Doing quickie sandwich, probably. It's a great, I think, kind of respect Ruby online game and probably want Ruby just to engage for entertainment. Oh, 100%. Trying to pay to have D.Dot go to North Korea. That's never going to happen. That's it. People have too many accounts for me to keep up. I would to the door who skip all the dead family member stuff. Ruby and Andrew, it's hard to have anything after that. Yeah.
if you do that too long, you get a little lost in the sauce.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you're smoking crack, doing fentanyl, looking kind of whack. All right. Why am I always so bad? All right. Shush. So anyway. Keys are in my pockets. Let's roll. What do you guys think? Here's a. I don't know. I think I'm glad that it's darker. It looks like it just looks healthier when it's not so fried. I just got like embarrassed because I like it. I'm just screaming. You ready? Mental, you need help. I'm receiving help, and I'm still mental. So really not. Don't even know where to go from there except just keep doing my thing.
Well, probably would be helpful if maybe you log off of this shit for a while. There's a suggestion. Okay. We're almost done.
Doing my thing. He's got a diamond bang. Looking like a motorcycle, looking like a thing, bitch. Dude. All right, I'm not going to get triggered or upset. Oh, speaking of triggered or upset, I would like to apologize to Stinky Road for going on a rage-filled attack. Because that rage is really not for him. It's just become like what these people realize, it's like there's swarms of trolls. It's not just one person doing things.
I like how he's trying to downplay the whole thing about Stinker Brew. The reason why Stinker Brew went at you so hard is because, you know, as somebody who, you know, Stinker Brew is somebody with the parent, you know, he has a kid, and the sub you're saying it's just offhand terrible. Not a lot of people were calling you out for it. His hate was justified. Same thing with TK. I don't know how. It wasn't a hate. It was kind of justified. Hate is justifiable. I don't know why people don't understand that.
Yeah, it gets a bitch a little triggered sometimes, you know? Trying not to be, but...
I mean, it triggered you because he was calling out something you did wrong and said something that was quite terrible.
I'll certainly fail all of you.
Well, you fail yourself first and foremost, not that you fail people.
Ex-criminals are getting back together.
That's because you fail at your, you know, living up to your own standards.
Where's my C? Yeah. Harley Davidson, baby. That's the fashion we love. Vroom, vroom, motherfucker.
Vroom, vroom.
That guy loved it. Did you guys hear him? He was like, Harley Davidson, hell yeah, Harley Davidson.
That is said Party Nation.
The traffic. She's a no-brainer, entertainer, feeling kind of low. Yeah, she's feeling kind of tamer. Also, I'm calling, like, I want to start. I'm already thinking about next Celebrity Sunday because my Brooklyn plans are postponed, which is fine because I also remembered I'm jumping down by a huge amount in methadone because they forgot to put my dose decrease through, as they forget literally every time. But I reminded them, so hopefully Thursday it goes through and it's going to suck. Mommy, why is that woman rapping? Why is she rapping? Hey, what's up, Kevin? How's it going? Oh, I gotta work on myself. But, you know, that's life. Wait, what? Why is your Brooklyn plan postponed? I don't know. Any plans, any friends that I have, we're all kind of like, I don't know, can be antisocial. So I feel like anything is truly tentative. But I have been like really wanting to make the effort to go see her because I haven't forever. And I haven't been answering phone calls. And I just feel like I'm such a bad friend to people. And I don't know. Anyway, that's more information than people needed about that. But yeah, it's postponed. But yeah, it's just, but I might do Celebrity Sunday. It depends on how I'm feeling because, yeah, I'm tapering off methadone. Like, it has to kind of prioritize, like, not just constantly crashing out online. And, like, I'm obviously, I have to be aware, like, I'm going to be feeling kind of.
I'm pretty sure she's been saying that for. I'm pretty sure she's been saying that for 2 weeks at this point. It's almost like you're not telling them to. It's not like you're telling them to lower it, and every time it's almost like you're not telling them to lower it, and you're lying. I mean, kind of is true.
Probably even more sensitive. Ruby's a bad friend. I wish, and I want it to be someone that people can rely on more. And, like, you know, I still have, like, plenty of positive interactions, you know, and I love working with CamDog, but I feel like I get too wrapped up and too tired, and I just don't want to do it.
I'm saying this. I mean, I don't know how the process of tapering off of shit like that takes. I don't know the process. If it takes a year or two, I can see that. But yes, you've been saying this for. Nah, those clinics will actively fight with them to lower their doses. Makes me wonder what's true and what isn't true, or what she's hiding.
But I don't want to lose these relationships, and I don't want to not be there for people, you know?
Okay, but the problem is, Ruby, in the end of the day, there are some relationships that must be willing to lose. And the sad truth is, you have to be willing to not be there for some people to understand some shit. You can't save everybody, but if you're going to save people, save the ones that are closest to you and the one that actually mean a lot to you. You don't save everybody. Who cares about her methadone as long as she's not taking Fent? That's true. That's true. I mean, people have been debating and betting if she ever is going to get back on the whole fentanyl crack shit. At this point, I don't know. She got her racist stuff off her chest, and now I bet she feels good. Probably.
Yeah, well, it wasn't going to be a content trip anyway. It was just going to be a train ride. They're not streamers, so that was just going to be like kind of part of my vacation. Was going to be like, all right, you know, I'm going to church. I'm getting some things in order. I'll go, you know, socialize. Maybe I'll go socialize with someone else who is more local. But yeah, there is a possibility I'll do Celebrity Sunday, and I'm thinking about some ideas for that. But let's see those. Do you know olive oil ride? I'm not sure. Bad person, bad friend, but a good friend, a good fiend. Yes. Yeah, but I'm lucky. A lot of people. Well, like I said, any friends that I maintain are people who are like quite similarly go through antisocial spells. So it's always nice when the stars align. But anytime plans get canceled, usually my reaction is like a sigh of relief. Honestly, it's not because I don't want to see the person. It's just because of the amount of energy I'd have to exert to go there. When I've already been kind of like just losing my mind already, just chilling. So my thoughts on it. All right, I gotta go. I'm going to work. All right, bye, people.
I guess that's where we get it from there.
I haven't met a human alive who doesn't.
All right. If people taking bets on what she's going to reflaps are demons, yeah, no, I believe that. I do believe that a lot of people, guess because we're talking about Rue, that's a lot of people are betting on that, which it's pretty fucked that you shouldn't really bet if she is. But a lot of people have said that maybe she'll relapse eventually. I personally don't want her to relapse because I seen what relapsing is like. On the other hand, I think the more she's online, the more she gets herself involved in a lot of drama. I think her likely chance of relapsing are higher and higher and higher. It sounds brutal. It sounds terrible. But there's always a cause or reason for someone to relapse. Cause and effect. Which I don't want that to happen to her because I know the end result won't be good. But, you can only hope for so much. For the most part, I think we got it cleared up. I think, am I going to be doing more Ruby content? Probably will. I think this is a good spot to end for now. Mostly because I got to get my normie stuff going for the day. Reap Ozzy. I think she wants to give herself a reason in switching addiction too. I mean, I would say that all the online stuff is an addiction. I was talking to somebody about that and how addiction has different forms, different level. And I would say that this whole online streaming stuff is an addiction to her. Is it better than fentanyl? Yeah. But by how much in the end of the day? Ozzy is one of my favorites. That's good. I think that's a good we can end it. With that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We'll be back whenever we are back. Maybe we'll be back in a couple of days. Maybe when I'm less dead. Maybe we'll cover some. Maybe we'll cover some brony furry shit. Till next time, God bless. Unless some big drama happens, but for the most part, it shouldn't. Till next time, God bless.